both Klay and Draymond. How do you think the game broke open in the second quarter? What do you think helped fuel that overall?
I think we just stayed the course. I think we were playing pretty good there in the first quarter, but they were able to score some points. When we came to the bench at the end of that quarter, we know they're going to score, but 34 points is too much. And we talked about that. We got out to a good start defensively. And, once our defense kind of showed up and started to make a stand, that's when the game turned for us.
Draymond, the way you guys were able to get out and transition in the second quarter and really pull away, how much did that come from the defense and really sort of ignite you guys? Hustle plays, everything.
It all starts with the defense. When they're a pretty good defensive team when they get set. But if we can push the tempo, and try to get stuff in transition, that's big for us. And, so that was key, and obviously that starts with stops. We got a lot of deflections. Was able to come up with the loose balls, and then, at any given point, we got 5 guys on the floor that can just push the tempo with shooters. Klay shooting the lights out, and Nick hitting some shots, Dre hitting some shots, KD. It's very key that, we get stops and try to push that tempo, and defense was the key to start that off.
What did you think of the starting lineup move to go small, and what does it particularly mean for you to kind of get downsized to center?
I think it was a great move. It's kind of stemming from the way they played CJ and Damian, where they were just kind of sending guys off shooters to double them and take them out the game. To add Nick into the lineup, a third scorer, a third shooter, I think it was big. He hit a couple shots for us and was able to get it going. And for me, it just means I got to guard Anthony Davis a little bit more. Hold the fort down, try to, protect the rim, rebound the basketball, but, nothing that I haven't done before.
Draymond, some guys would think having to guard Anthony Davis on one possession and Rajon Rondo the next would be quite a challenge. I get the sense that you think it's fun. Is it fun?
It is fun. Just trying to mentally flip that switch. It's completely different in guarding both guys. But I have a lot of fun doing it. Just kind of switching out on different guys or, switching my matchups. I take pride in that.
For Klay, a couple nights ago you said, hey, you're hoping Steph's back, but you're not counting on it, and if he's back, hallelujah. What was kind of the mindset, thinking he might be back for tonight, then hearing he's not, and now getting this victory without him and knowing he's probably coming back for the next one?
Well, we play well in this postseason without Steph. It hasn't been that easy as it looks, but we've adjusted to life without him. And, hopefully he comes back Tuesday, but we still have to have the same mindset if he isn't. So I think that's when we're at our best. But even if he does come back, it's natural, human emotion to be kind of, relaxed because we have so much production coming back in our lineup. But that's going to be a test for us just to, put that away in our minds and just focus on our task at hand and not depend on Steph to save the day. And he's done it plenty of times, but we have a very deep team that's, playmakers all around. And then, do this together. Just don't relax just because Steph's coming back. He's going to give us a huge boost, but we cannot relax.
Hey, Klay, did you see the bench's reaction after you hit your second consecutive three-pointer? And it looked like you were just really having a lot of fun out there. Would you say that this was just, a really fun game to be a part of?
Every game in the postseason is fun. Whether they're playing good or not, we're so lucky to be playing at the highest level. And when you see your teammates having fun, when you're doing well, it's contagious. And it might not look like I'm having a lot of fun out there, but I really enjoy what I do.
Klay, right? Steve said after those back-to-back threes you hit, that was probably the loudest he heard Oracle all year. Did you get that same sense? And what was it like just going on that run and hearing the crowd get into it the way they did?
It's the best feeling. it's why we play. At the end of the day, we're entertainers, we're basketball players, and whenever you can get the crowd into it like that, it really uplifts our whole team. And same with our bench, and that's why we've had such a great home court advantage for the last, since I've been here, for the last 6 years. Same with Draymond. So we expect that to continue. And
7 years, champ.
No, I'm saying together.
Oh, respect.
Yeah, together. Rookie year is a little forgettable, but like I said, yeah, Oracle, they really show up for the playoffs, and we really appreciate them for it.
Okay, for Dre, it seemed like your defense has gone up and down throughout the regular season, but it's been the story of the postseason for you guys. Is it flipping the switch in your mind, or do you think that it's that, or do you think it's more to it for the playoff run?
I think it's it's obviously you got to lock in and focus more, and that's the key during the playoffs. I've been in a few playoff series now to quite understand that and understand the intense level and focus level that I need to be at on that side of the floor. But my job on the defensive end is more so than just me being all over the place, or me locking in or turning it up on that side of the ball. My job on the defensive end is to make sure these guys are all on the same page with me and everyone else that's on the floor. And, it's on the team you got to roll. And, my role is to kind of be the catalyst of that defense, just as his is just go score the basketball. And I can't just depend on him to bring it and get all of us going on the defensive end. That's my job. And so I try to take pride in that, try to turn it up, another notch, watch a bunch of film on, sets that they want to run, on moves that guys want to go to. It's just a completely different focus level than it is in the regular season.
Klay, in the middle, what's it like to watch Draymond in that defensive zone where he's kind of dominating the game with his energy and reading plays and et cetera?
It's very contagious. He's going to yell at you a couple times, but that's okay. And it's very contagious. I mean, when he gets hyped, beats his chest, gets the crowd into it, we all get hyped. And so like I said before, yeah, we all feel it. And it's just like if, me or Steph were to hit 4 or 5 threes in a row, it's the same thing when he gets a couple stops in a row, takes the ball off the rim, leads the break. It's the same exact kind of momentum we can build.
This is a question for both of you, coming out of this Spurs series. How was it like, kicking it up another notch and playing a fast game?
Man, it was tiring. Spurs, they're a little older, so they play a little more methodical. They try to beat us up in the half court in the low block. This team's kind of playing ourselves. It's just you make a bucket, you can't relax. You got to sprint back. You got to find a shooter. And they're pushing the tempo. So it's a whole different ball game.
Klay looked at me there on the bench and said, "Man, Draymond, I got more tired tonight than I did in any game against the Spurs."
Yeah.
That just kind of sums it up. It's a completely different tempo. They're really pushing the ball, like he said, on makes and misses. Nonetheless, as long as we're getting back in transition and not giving up easy stuff, I think that pace plays into our hands.
What do you enjoy more, hitting the three and getting the 3 points, or yelling at Alvin for having this guy not out there on you?
Yelling at Jen for having this guy sitting in the paint, like I'm not going to shoot, that's more fun than the actual three. If I really want to see a three, I could just pass the ball to one of them. But talking to Jen and Erm over there on the bench, when they come up with their game plan, I knock it down. It's more fun for me.